Riding along in my automobile, my baby beside me at the wheel. I stole a kiss at the turn of a mile, my curiosity running wild. Cruising and playing the radio, with no particular place to go. Riding along in my automobile, I was anxious to tell her the way I feel. So I told her softly and sincere, and she leaned and whispered in my ear, cuddling more and driving slow, with no particular place to go. Particular place to go. So we parked way out on the Kokomo. The night was young and the moon was gold, so we both decided to take a stroll. Can you imagine the way I felt? I couldn't unfasten a safety belt, riding along in my calaboose, still trying to get her belt to loose. All the way home I held a grudge for the safety belt that wouldn't budge. Cruising and playing the radio, with no particular place to go.
Good evening. Happy Friday. How the hell are you doing? Good to see you, not sure. L1? It's a pleasure. I think the pre-roll stuff is going to be out of the way. Slacker? Unfortunate kind of a word to use. Beginning of a weekend. This fucking son of a bitch. Hello, Bo. Run ads every 20 minutes. Yeah, it's just... By the way, music's real loud, so... Music's probably real loud and you can't even hear what Kelston's saying. You kind of don't need to hear what Kelston's saying. Yeah, the ads thing is annoying, but it's like... Either you run some ads when you're able to, when there's a break in the stream or a pause in the action, or every single time somebody joins the stream and they are not subscribed, they will have to sit through pre-roll adverts. It's either or. You don't get to disable both of those things. You have to choose which poison to drink, unfortunately. You're doing sound good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm excited actually for tonight. By the way, guys, I'm live a little bit later than I might ordinarily be. Sometimes we get some practice in and have a chat. But it's the mystery round tonight. I don't even know what the track is, so it seems silly to go live much earlier because I can't really do that much practice. I'll probably throw some laps around Spain, just, you know, for the sake of throwing laps around Spain. But I don't know where we're going to be. Oh, you're back from New Orleans? Yes, I did see your Discord message. Sorry, Bo. It's been a pretty hectic day at work, actually, today. I'm glad of the break now. That's cool, though. How was New Orleans? I'd love to go to New Orleans. But you would say New Orleans, wouldn't you? You would say New Orleans, and I would say New Orleans. You would say tomato. I would say tomato. You would say arm the teachers, and I would say don't give a gun to a police officer. Sorry, Bo. I'm mischaracterizing you in front of the world. It's quite rude of me. I'm sorry about that. A Sobo Twitch Turbo will remove all ads. Thank you. Yeah, that's true, actually, Bo. Look at that. Just put your fucking hand in your pocket. There you go. You know what, L1? You come in here. You come in here. Complaining about the adverts. Listen to Mr. Bojangles. Spend some fucking money. Let's just hope Kelston doesn't get Japan like T6 did on Tuesday. I would like to have Japan. Last time I was at Japan, I put in a pole lap. The pole lap is still available on my Twitch. I was so proud of it. I made it a fucking highlight. It's a highlight reel on my Twitch. Is a pole lap at Suzuka. Oh my god. Oh, Matty, you've just reminded me because we were doing commentary. All the alerts are off. Oh. Thank you so much for gifting the sub to L1. To L1. That's very kind of you, Matty. Thank you for doing that. I would say both. You would say New Orleans and New Orleans. Yeah, but you wouldn't say tomato. I appreciate what you're saying, Bo, but you wouldn't, you know. Let's not get ourselves carried away. I got Japan, and it rained later than I expected. Okay. L1 is a champ. Oh, not sure. You've been to New Orleans? I'm sorry. I need to like lock into the chat for a moment because people are saying actually good, interesting, useful, engaging things to me whilst I have decided to speak to them live on the internet, and I'm being the most ignorant prick you've potentially ever laid your eyes on. Did you get coffee and Benoit? What is a Benoit donut? Okay, listen, I want to go to New Orleans, man, but I don't know shit about it. Can you tell me what, what is it? A Benoit, what is that? A Benoit donut. Benoit? I went on to Inters too early and got a puncture. Second to last lap. Puncture? Isn't all the damage and stuff reduced in this league? And doesn't that mean punctures and stuff, it's really hard for them to happen? But I appreciate if you are running intermediate tyres on a dry track, they might fucking burn. We've got no money. No. Don't. No. We're not actually doing this. Let me let you in on a secret. You can literally watch this Twitch stream for free. Okay? It just goes out on the internet. All right? It's all live, unscripted, by the way. Check my notes on my hand. Completely unscripted. Live entertainment at knockdown prices because you can watch for free. It's totally fine. Reduced damage does not wear. Oh, it doesn't affect tire wear or punctures, really? Okay, good to know. Because I was going to be fucking slamming the wheels into the walls at Baku, you know? It's good to know. Thank you for the 100 bits, not sure. This is what I mean. This is what I'm missing, isn't it? Thank you for the 100 bits. Not sure. The funniest bit is always when he stops, isn't it? Thank you for the 100 bits, Matthew. Matthew CC. Amazing food, amazing music. Sort of a city trapped in time. Wow. Making it sound very romantic and enticing. And I want to go. It's beignet? What? Hold on. Beignet, not Benoit. Not sure said Benoit though. You're saying beignet. Beignet? Beignet. What the fuck is that? Okay, yeah. I don't know what that is, man. That's not a donut. That's like a... The fuck is that? That is... I'll tell you what that is. That's extra large shredded wheat. Is what that is. A deep fried pastry of French origin. Our first language was Creole. I don't fucking believe that. Not sure. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. With a single fiber of my being, actually. Really? My nanny when I was super little was Cajun. Throw the card, charge the card. Is that how it goes, Bo? How do we do Cajun? Okay. I'm gonna have to fucking race it in a moment.
The FitnessGram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues. The 20-meter pacer test will begin in 30 seconds.
Okay. Well, I'm excited for that one. Thank you for the 20 bits, Matthew. My nanny was Creole. I learned more of that than English. Really? Not sure is high. What the fuck is going on? Matty.
Line up at the start. The running speed starts slowly, but gets faster each minute after you hear this signal. Beep. A single lap should be completed each time you hear this sound. Ding.
Beep.
Remember to run in a straight line, and run as long as possible. The second time you fail to complete a lap before the sound, your test is over.
Yeah.
The test will begin on the word start. On your mark, get ready, start.
Does he say beep again? Thank you for the whatever it is, mate. It's like 160 bits. Please stop. Embarrassing. What an evening. Sat here to listening to Arctic Monkeys, watching Kelston spin 20 times in wet Baku. No, I feel like you're not on side somehow. There's something's twigged in my brain here. I'm sober as a priest. Now let's get all this useless shit out of the way now, so everyone else can talk normal. That's right, Bo. Wait, and the other one though, Bo, is okay. Give me a moment.
Matty, get wrecked.
Thank you for the 20 bits. Not sure. Arguably the best bit donation of the stream. Matty, get wrecked. Thank you. Not sure. For the 20 bits. The name's Gambit. Only remember. Is Gambit? What's going on with that? He's Cajun. He's Cajun? He says French words sometimes. But he doesn't really... I don't know if it's supposed to strike me, though. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to be acutely much more aware of that than I am. Remy LeBeau-Jangles? Whoa! Now we're talking. Okay. Remy LeBeau-Jangles. 52 card pickup. Okay. Matty.
At Mr. Bojangles, what the fuck did you just fucking say about me, you little bitch? I'll have you know I graduated top of my class in the Navy SEALs, and I've been involved in numerous secret raids on Al Qaeda.
I mean, Al Qaeda, what is that? Is that a tribute band? Creole. Thank you for the 20 bits, Matty. Creole is across French and a few other languages. We have an auto response to this, Matty. We do have an auto response. Matty, get fucked. Oh, there it is. Wait, that's not... I feel like he had more typos in his original chat message though. I feel like there was more time because you have to remember it did. Wait, no, you did it. You had more typos in it, probably. It's a little bit too clean. I like that message, but it's slightly too clean. How many times did you get lapped around Japan? I believe that Matty finished 1 lap down. Here's the thing, Matty, because we've got about 9 minutes before the race starts. Do you feel like you're getting faster? Or do you feel like you're just banging your head against a brick wall? Because we know that when you started, your pace was not up to the rest of the field. We know that. But are you getting faster? Okay. Well then, that's fine. I've only resubbed for maybe 11 months. What are you talking about? Oh, is it still not letting you... Wait, what? Here you go, not sure. I don't really understand what's happening. Wait, did that even work?
My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. Oh!
He's getting faster and getting punted into walls more often and sent mid-pack, where I then get bumped by slow people. I'll tell you what's going to be critical for me tonight. What's going to be critical is qualifying well. I should load up the game, by the way, so that we're ready for when, because the lobby's actually open, so I need to get in there. But I need to qualify well because I feel like there's going to be so many people who are just unfamiliar with whatever track comes up. Just before I do load up the game, let me let you all know, those of you who are not familiar with the options of racetrack tonight, because it is a mystery round. We don't know exactly where we're going to be racing, but we do have a list of potential tracks. So we could be in Baku for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, could be in Las Vegas, could be in Spain, could be at the Hungaroring in Hungary, we could be in Portugal, Imola, Miami, Singapore, Brazil, Japan, the Netherlands, and Canada. These are your options. So it's one of those, what is that, 12? I mean, I was counting it on my fingers, so I think I should know. Yeah, I think it's one of those 12 tracks. I have to tell you that for me personally, as the type of driver that I am, Spain, Hungary, Imola, I would invalidate and get time penalties, but I like it. Singapore, Brazil, Japan, Netherlands, I'm fine with all those. I don't really want Canada. I don't want Miami. I don't want Las Vegas. I don't want Portugal. Don't really want Baku. The thing is, Las Vegas, Miami, and to an extent Singapore, I'll get fucking lost. I don't even know where I'm going. Might have to like racing line it if that happens. I know one thing, whatever this race is, it will be fucking hard to match last week's excitement. You better believe it. Last week was fucking incredible, wasn't it? Yeah, last week was incredible. Thank you, Bo, for... I think you have to spend bits to do that. Thank you for doing that. Matty is a tier 4 racer. Not a fucking chance. I practiced my shit tracks. Only one I forgot to practice was Japan. That didn't end well. I'm alright at Japan. I haven't really practiced my bad ones or anything. I've just made sure I've got a semi-reasonable setup for each track. I'm just going to go with that. I hope that my game actually does load, because we're now 5 minutes away from me needing to get into the lobby. So is the game gonna load? Okay.
And confirm a Gear 1 launch. Gear 1 launch.
And I'm going to do the audio thing again that hopefully will make it, excuse me, an easier listen for you guys with less grinding noises when I go over curbs. So if it sounds awful and if it's too loud or it's too quiet or whatever, then please do let me know. I probably won't change it until qualifying's out of the way, but I can change it. I would have done if I knew, but Arbon said no. Wait, what? I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest. Kelston, people have missed out on this week, as I didn't commentate Tier 4. Oh, hello. What the fuck have you got to say about it? The thing, I've not prepared the microphone once again, Chewy. I'm having to sort of lean it. I have to do this kind of lean in the Millennium Falcon to make sure that they can hear me, but I'm actually speaking to you. It's a complicated little setup, really. I should never put this fucking spaceship in my living room. Tell you the absolute truth. Well, they can be... Absence makes the heart grow fonder. You know what I'm saying? L1. They can be excited for next time. Got Pepsi Max today. Alright, we are the Honey Badger. Daniel Ricciardo. Get your shoeies out. Pod racing. We've been over this before, haven't we? They should make a new pod racing game. It can actually be... Whoa! Lil Timmy. Thank you for the follow. Oh, hey, where is Twitch? Not sure. Is that you? Type it on YouTube. It says not sure. I think it is you. I fucking see you, but I didn't see it. Maybe you typed that ages ago and I've only just read it. That's what you get with a YouTube chat, okay? Yeah, long delay. Get fucked. A hospital can respectfully fuck off. Listen, L1, I know it's important, okay? It's important to have, you know, fantastic commentary in Tier 4 of F1 Broke Boys, Season 12, whatever the hell it is. But certain things probably do take precedence. I do it for Zentar, he's always watching. You think so? It's a very bold, interesting claim of you to make. Matty's alt, Little Timmy. Alright, they're doing the wheel spin. Where do they do the wheel spin? Someone help me out. How can I stream the wheel spin? How do I stream the wheel spin? Met some Manchester lads at the conference. They are quite jealous. Wait. Oh, at the conference in New Orleans. I see. Are they jealous because you're going to watch Oasis? Well, I don't know where the fucking... I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't know where the wheel spin is. I'll leave this screen on though, because maybe it'll just pop up at some point when I'm not watching. Went to hospital after a last second call to come in. I'm going back in there at some point soon. Oh well. I hope that you know, I hope that your interactions with them are brief and that they're able to resolve things nicely for you. Arcade. Gallagher's. Oasis, is that even a band worth seeing? I think it's just like... The thing is, yeah, yes it is, not sure. In answer to your question, yes. They're the greatest band in the world, no. But what are you asking? Is it a significant enough thing? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. You're gonna get fucking outvoted here in the chat, not sure. Even Matty, who lives on the other side of the fucking Pennines, even Matty will say, yeah, probably. Yeah, it's probably worth going to see Oasis. I actually really struggled, L1. I really struggled to get the tickets. In fact, I didn't get tickets myself because of the stupid fucking online system that they had. But I was kind of joined up with some friends, and the plan was to get some extra tickets anyway and see what we were going to do with it. So one of my friends got 2 spares. Mr. Bojangles has never been to the United Kingdom before, and it seems like a really good excuse to fly him over here and go watch the band. They're not the greatest band in the world, but also they are the greatest band in the world. Yeah, I think I know what you're getting at. By the way, thank you, Daniel. Good luck to you too. I hope it's a fun race. Last week was so exciting. Bo's right. It couldn't possibly top it. Last week was so exciting. Where do they... I mean... Okay, yeah, see, they do it in this channel, apparently. Race day announcements. It should be here. Somewhere. Soon. Figure that one out. I'll see you after the show. I'm taking my leave. I would say U2, maybe. As the greatest band in the world? No. The thing is, I hate... what would you say, like titles like that, signifiers like that. I think it's silly. I prefer my tastes to be eclectic, you know, and I wouldn't be comfortable sort of diminishing the power of that by saying that I thought something was the best anything in the world. We leave best in the world. We leave that kind of talk to the Americans. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Brazil. Brazil. That's where we're going. All right, boys and girls. Could be rain. You do sometimes get rain at Brazil. You do sometimes. Yeah, check Lemon's stream. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, good point. Good point. Guys, should you desire to watch the stream with commentary, because I will not be talking very much while we are racing. By the way, good to see you, Blitz. I'm sorry. Good luck to you too. I'm sorry. I'm doing so much chatting. I'm not actually chatting properly. I'm doing so much chatting, I am forgetting to chat. But yeah, if I won't be speaking much while the race is on, but Lemon will be, and we'll be detailing to people the story of tonight's mystery round race in Brazil for Tier 5, so you can feel free to watch it there. And I will make sure that the chat bot reminds you about that. Wherever Jangles is where I want to be. By the way, it's awesome that you are going. Wait, he's coming over here. Yeah, I don't hate Brazil. I'm okay with this. I won't get lost here. That's the main thing. I know my way around. I don't know if I'm very good here, though. I think we've done this before. Say the absolute truth. Whoops. Minimized everything. Alright, looks like we're going. Looks like we're going. Exclamation mark comms in the chat should also lead people to the link now, which is nice. Oasis is more of a spectacle or a vibe. Yeah, it's definitely a vibe check. Yeah. It's more about seeing them in their element in their hometown. Yeah. No, that's right, Bo. It's a significant event, isn't it? In 2025, Oasis are playing live in Manchester. That is a significant event. And yes, worthy of seeing, I think. But yeah, I don't know who I would say is... Like, I don't think I could even name my favorite musician. I think if somebody held a gun to my head, I might have to blurt out the words Jimi Hendrix. But the truth is, I'd much rather give you, you know, a top 10. Really. Cool. Fucking cool, man. It's a wet qualifying and a dry race. Here we are, sports fans. Here we are.
Okay, you're doing well out there. Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes.
I haven't fucking done anything yet, Mark.
Okay,
Turns
it's
out you
pretty
won't be
quiet
spinning
on
20
track. You
times
should
on wet
consider
Baku.
getting
It's
out
wet
there
Brazil
now.
instead. That's absolutely right. All right, let's do it.
Take it easy
Let's
to
just try
start
and
with.
put a
The
lap
track's
in.
very wet.
We're not going to have any DRS. I have no idea what a good lap time is going to be. I don't know the last time I ever drove this track in the wet. So, good luck, everybody. Thank you for the 10 bits. I'm sorry, not sure. Don't think that lap was particularly great, but it was okay. And I know where I can go faster. It was between the lines. It was valid. And it's a lap on the timesheet. That's really the important thing, I think. With that, to be honest, not sure. Is it worth doing?
Intermediate tyres are your best bet in the current
Is it worth doing
conditions.
2 runs here on the inters? What do you think about that? You know, like you do 2 outlaps. Oh, I haven't even been setting my fuel. Oh shit. Well, we've got to go now. I haven't even been setting my fuel. So we're not getting maximum performance, but
Okay, engines fired up, we're set.
I've got more sets of tires.
It looks like we're running on a dry track soon. Back to dry shortly.
Too early. I just set a purple sector 2 on my in lap, by the way. I'm not sure if I can do 2 more laps. I need to make sure I set the fuel. And I'll weigh it up. So you have to think, how long does a lap take? And you need to account for 3 of that. Or you need to actually account for 4 of that in order to set a lap. So
I'd take a set of intermediates in these unpredictable conditions.
Yeah, I think we just about can.
All clear the garage, please. Cars ready to leave.
And I've got rid of some of the excess fuel now. Lost about 5 kilos.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
Fucking guy in front of me, man, is disconnecting all over the place. I don't understand. Look at this. What do I even do about that? That's why I had to fully back off. I just set purple sector 1 as well. I think I'd rather come into the pits, set a fresh set of tyres and go there. Yeah, lots of off-camber turns. It's one of the only tracks where I run a an inverted setup, Bo, where I have my rear wing set to higher than my front wing. Even in the dry, I do that. Right, we're gonna go out early, I think, and try to find a gap. I am quite a distance off those guys in front, but I did set apparently a purple sector 1. Where am I losing a lot of time then? It's really sector 2 is where I'm losing a lot of time. I'm just not taking the right lines there, I suppose. Anyway, let's go.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
This is it. Last throw of the dice. Currently, like, really, I need to be improving by close to a second to actually be like making competitive moves here. So.
Thirty seconds left in the session.
Well, I could see him squirreling around turn one. Maybe I should have backed off more and give myself more room, but that's it. Can't do another lap now, so. I hope he was actually on a lap. That's what I hope. Because if he wasn't, he should have just gone off track. Gotta push me down the order though, it's so annoying, man. It's not, it wasn't purposefully getting in my way or anything. He was struggling to control the car, but, you know, it means I can't set that lap.
It's okay, being that far from pole will make it easier to explain why you aren't first.
Oh, we're also going to be in the dry when the race comes around, so, you know. Man, that last lap by Speedy, though, is pretty rapid. But I think I'm faster than some of these guys in front. So, not all of them. I think some of us are very, very close on pace, probably. But I think there was another, there was another second to get out of my lap, to be honest. Thank you for the 40 bits. I will tell you. We're supposed to not be going live until 2033. Well, going ready, I should say, until 2033. So, let's have a look. Oh, someone's readied up. We're going to have to do a lobby restart. It's alright when you do this, you can just do it with no rules,
Okay,
you know,
mate, that
do
was an
whatever you want.
illegal manoeuvre. You've got to cede that position or we'll receive a penalty. Drive-through penalty for repeated corner cutting. Be careful and box. We've been handed a 3-second penalty for obvious corner cutting. If you continue to cut corners, the stewards are going to give you a penalty. Be careful.
Oh, wow. Well, am I even leaving? I mean, they might not have set up another one yet.
Okay, you have a lot of front wing damage. Box for a new one.
Lots of front wing damage. I can't even read the OBS chat. There's someone ready up early, Bo. There's always a ready up time, so that it allows people to set their strategy and fuel load, and so that you're not immediately, because as soon as someone presses ready, for some fucking reason, this video game decides that's good enough in a lobby of 20 people. One of them wants to go, and so it gives you a 30-second countdown. So we always have a time to ready up at, so that we don't ready up early. And somebody was readied up early, so none of this counts. None of this matters.
Okay, VSC ending. We're going green.
We're gonna restart the
Maintain
lobby any
positive
moment.
delta until the green flags.
So I'm just taking the scenic route around Brazil.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing
Smash
time
one
at
of
the end
those,
of the race.
you know what I mean?
Head down and let's get it done.
Give one of those a smash. What? How? Whoa. Apparently it won't let you go
We've been given a 10-second time penalty for that
all
last
that
incident.
way off
10
road.
second time
What's the time
Just
penalty?
get your head
What are we
down.
doing? What are we doing, Matt? What are we up to? Yeah, it's obviously a restart. Yeah,
Okay,
don't worry
clear.
about that. There we go.
That looked bad. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
How are you? There we saw Kelston disappearing into the pit lane. Disappointing afternoon, really, for the VCarb driver. Honey badger going wild in Brazil. Okay. You see, this is the problem, isn't it, with announcing things on Discord? Nobody ever fucking reads Discord, do they? So. What things have been happening in the world of F1? Some exciting things have been happening, actually, in the world of F1, because Yuki Tsunoda, as should have happened, I believe, at the start of the season, is now a Red Bull driver, isn't he? Ahead of this weekend. And Liam Lawson has moved back to... Well, I don't think he's ever raced for them before, but backwards to... VCarb. Honestly, I have a pretty sneaky suspicion that Yuki will, like, push Max pretty hard. I mean, Max is great. Max is probably going to do better than Yuki. Should Yuki remain a Red Bull driver for the course of the season, which I hope that he does and think that he should. But, you know, when Max was... partnered with Checo, and even just, it's only 2 races, but when he was partnered with Lawson, it just never felt like Max was ever gonna finish anywhere near his teammate, you know, let alone behind them. But I think there's a reasonable possibility of that now. I think Yuki Tsunoda is a really good driver, actually. I think he gets a lot out of the VCarb, did get a lot out of the VCarb in, where was it? Where the fuck was opening day? Australia? Australia? Check in with Lemon on comms. What's going on?
Generalization, but I guess if you don't like rap, then you don't like rap. Is that because you like songs with a lot of singing in and not emotional songs, but you know what I mean? Kelson says morning sports fans. Well, Kelson, you don't have any fans here. You've got a hater. You got a hater and not sure. With us in the stream. Who wants you to crash, pretty much. So at least if you have a bad race, at least grow up, not sure, come on. If you have a bad race, then, you know, it's not all doom and gloom. Someone will enjoy it.
Classic not showing.
Fans, I don't think that's the actual... I don't think that's what VCarb stands for. Justin, I was setting a purple sector for traffic. Well, you love a mystery round. I mean, mystery round's all well and good until you get a bad track, and then it's not good. Or you get a track that you don't like, then it's not good. But I feel like that's sort of part of it. If you're gonna celebrate the mystery round when it goes well for you, you've got to sort of accept it when it doesn't. Are we waiting for anyone? I think we just need Batman to sort the order out. 'Cause it's 17. I think there was 1 or 2 more. But it was crazy. Yeah, I mean it was. Wet quality is always very, very exciting. And I completely missed your lap. But so happy days. Kelsey streaming my stream. Kelsey, I just want to say hi to the 3 viewers that you've got. You know, welcome to the...
That is very kind of him.
But are all your Kelsey, are all your viewers hoping you do well, or are some of them, you know, wanting a little bit of chaos, a little bit of drama? They want their favourite streamer to have a little raging session. Yeah, it is bannable. But this is on the wrong oh, Jesus. He was on the wrong quality trim. Wrong quality trim, and you should have Pitet. No. But I thought we had a discussion going. What's the worst genre of music?
Oh, the worst genre of music. The worst genre of music is elevator music.
For me, it's difficult. I mean, that's wow,
Play for
brilliant.
music.
I've had so much discussion. Elevator music. Nah, on hold music.
Yeah.
Hold music. Is the worst.
That's what it is. It's when
Do I have the quality results? Batman? I do. I can't remember.
yeah, that's the worst genre of music, isn't it? So when you're
I do have
on
the quality results on my stream. Yeah. It is up to 14th. 15th was Basic Beetle. Last was Invictus.
we're trying to. The problem is
There's
here,
2 drivers
everybody.
between that.
I'm sorry, but we're trying to set everything up because they have to reform the grid because we've done qualifying, make sure everybody is present in the lobby. So just a little bit of waiting because somebody readied up early. Apparently Daniel knows who that is. Look at this not sure chat message here. Do you see that? I'm here to actively root against Kelston. Do you see that? Him here. Yeah, it actually did put the apostrophe in between the I and the M. But him here to actively root against Kelston. See that? That's nice of him, isn't it?
Yeah, Daniel was P19. Yeah. Nah, not Virgin Media put you on hold. When the pharmacy put you on hold, it's just the worst 20 seconds looped of your life.
Invict.
That's the worst music. Yeah, Victor's 18th, yeah. He didn't set a lap, he had one run on the softs. Which I hinted it could be a strategy, but he shouldn't have listened to me if he did. I don't think he would have. But it was a bold strategy and it didn't work. Very interesting, I know. It is going to mean that, you know, title fight is back on, perhaps. As good as Invictus is, it's going to be difficult to gain that many positions. Let's begin.
Right,
I've got 18 as well. Beautiful stuff. Everyone's back in. I keep.
We're gonna have to turn off Lemon's stream. I was just excited to see what was happening. But there you go. So, who do we not have? We're missing a Mercedes, a Ferrari, and a McLaren. Oh, is the Mercedes... whoever was having massive connection problems? Somebody was. Mathox? Is that what that is? I think this should be Mathox. But his connection was pretty rough. And maybe we just didn't have the spare Ferrari today. Oh, it'd be Anu in the Ferrari. I'm not sure who would be in the McLaren. I don't know. Don't know. Softs to mediums anyway is the call, isn't it? And you could mess with that bit further down the grid, but I think where I am, that is what I need to do. Is it medium hard? Okay, maybe it's medium hard. I seem to have convinced myself now that it's medium hard from the information I have. Sorry about all this waiting around. Yeah, I think I'm gonna... Well, according to the notes I have, I'm probably gonna take the mediums. 14 laps? I think that's the call. It is disappointing, isn't it, when people ready up early, because then you just get this awkward wasting time. But we're good to go. Oh, hey, L1. I qualified P8, I believe. I think I'm P8. Yeah, P8. How about you? If you're still there. We're gonna be going soon, aren't we? So set up. Shouting at myself. Oof, that was close. That's why I hate the lobby restart, because everything feels like you've got to remember everything and it all gets a bit tentative. 53. Okay, 53. I asked if I could come back up to the other week, by the way. I don't know what that means. Up to the other week. I don't know what that means. Oh, you mean like... You mean commentating or something? Sorry, I don't know what you mean. Up to the week. Oh, okay. Oh, back up to tier 5. I see, I see. I guess it just depends. You know, it's tricky for Arbon, isn't it? Because it depends how many people are sitting around in reserve places, and you know, what. If you move one person from one gap, you therefore create a gap. Do you have other people to fill that gap? You know, what are people's pace like? Keep the tiers competitive. It's really tricky. I think, does tier 5 have empty seats? We might have empty seats now, yeah, but I don't know, to be honest. All that stuff, I don't really keep up with it. I just keep I keep myself well away from it. But I'm pretty sure we do have reserves as well, so I don't know if that factors in anyway. 53. Make sure. Setup. Strategy. Fuel. I'm over-fueling a little bit, which I always do that, and then I regret it, because I end up with more fuel, man. But if I run out of fuel, that's so bad, isn't it? It's worse. Alright, here we go.
Okay, so that was a bad start, but don't overreact. We can salvage this. use DRS. DRS now available. Green flag. Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more. Okay, you're within 1 second of the car ahead. Get ready to use DRS for the overtake. Okay, clear. You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace. Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flags. VSC ending, wait for the greens. Okay, go, go, go. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres. Our true place here. They've pitted as well, so we've got to warm up our tyres and get the most out of it. Come on. This is our true position. They've pitted as well, so warm up your tyres and get down the road. Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 16.2 seconds. Okay, gap ahead, 6.2 seconds.
Bo, I'm sorry, man, I can't read that chat message. At the end of the day, the lobby had to restart because somebody readied up early, so obviously there's going to be weather things, you know. But it was a dry race in the previous lobby, so it's a dry race in this lobby. It was only a wet qualifying.
Gap to the car in front, 3.6 seconds.
Okay, yeah, I got you. But I'm trying to help. I'm trying to answer your question and help. I think that's what you're asking.
Okay, good work. Great pass. Good pace. You're catching the car in front by about a second a lap. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 1.6 seconds. Green flag. Okay, the car ahead is 3 seconds up on you. Keep pushing. Track is clear, green flag. Car behind's gaining on you by 0.5 a lap. Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs.
Okay, not approach the pit window. Taking these to the end, even though that seems crazy, but that has been the strat now for about 15 laps after the spin at the start and the traffic and virtual safety car.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 3.4 seconds. Box, we're coming in this lap. Okay, clear. Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed. Car ahead starting to create a gap. They're just starting to pull away from us now. Gap to your teammate behind, 29.6 seconds. Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Okay, pit in this lap and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach. Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 7.6 seconds. Green flag, we're racing again, let's go. At the moment, the car behind is lapping faster than us by around a second a lap. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 10.0 seconds. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 11.1 seconds.
These tyres have got nothing left to give, man.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 11.6 seconds. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 24.6 seconds. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate.
Well, in the end, I think that was probably worth it because I don't think I was actually going to beat Brewdog on track. I think he's just faster than I am around here.
I love this game!
Remove the space. Thank you for that, Bo. Well, there you go. Not at all as exciting a race as it was last time, but I feel good about it because I mostly got there through strategy. Like, I'm not sure what happened turn 1, but whatever happened turn 1 is what caused me a lot of problems. Realistically, from where I was at the end, that 3-second penalty actually didn't matter because I was always going to finish 7th by the end because I was going to be ahead of Blitz. And I don't think overtaking Brewdog was actually on the cards. But I'm not sure if I should feel aggrieved by what happened turn 1. It all just happened so fast, and there were so many other cars around. I'm not even sure what was going on, to be honest. But I'll give it a watch back, see if I can work it out. I'm just gonna capture that in case. Oh, wait. Idiot. I didn't even get it all. Didn't even get the thing I was supposed to get, so never mind. I think all my warnings were legitimate. Good race. Yeah, like I say, I'm happy with the way the strategy works. I'm very not happy about turn 1, but I don't know if I'm supposed to be unhappy at someone because of turn 1, or like maybe it was just one of those racing incidents. I'm going to see it. But the problem was after turn 1 and the chaos that happened there, I was then down in like 17th or something, right? And I think I made maybe 2 overtakes, and I just took the view that the traffic in front was going to be slowing me down too much. It was not easy enough to get around them, that I had to bring it into the pits. And then, thankfully, I was already had that thought in my head, and then the virtual safety car came about, so I lost even less time in the pit lane. So it did all kind of roll together, but I'm pleased that the strategy worked out like that, because finishing 7th after the way that the way that lap 1 went, excuse me, it should not really have been on the cards, apart from just outfoxing people, really. All right, here we go. This is what happened lap 1, turn 1. I don't know what it was. Yeah, GG Blitz. So I got a really good start. Got the run on Dr. Bryden. Then I'm on the inside. I'm trying to keep it super close. Yeah, I think it's on me, you know? Like I don't think I can have too much to grumble about there. I think it's not like it's my fault and I didn't go flying into anybody and ruin their race, but I think I ruined my own race. I really just needed to probably brake a little bit more and take it slightly easier. I just had this little inside line. I guess, I don't know, man. Like, TXT does have a lot of track out wide to go to, but I think he's also entitled to be exactly where he is. Like, it's not like, it's not like he doesn't have to follow Blitz there, right? He's not obligated, because I'm not alongside here, I don't think. So I don't think he's like obligated to tuck in behind Blitz or anything crazy like that. And then I think when I'm here, I'm trying to turn. So again, you could say maybe he's turning in, but I feel like I'm far enough back that TXT has the right to defend this first corner like that, to be honest. I think he has the right to defend it like that. Yeah, it's a racing incident. Like I say, I definitely wasn't trying to hit him and like cause an incident, but I don't think he was trying to throw me off the track also. I think he was just taking a solid defensive position, and when you clash wheels like that in that spot in Brazil, it goes very wrong. Thankfully, I avoided whatever the fuck that was going on behind me. What was that? Was that Punisher and somebody taking each other into the wall? Just look at that, wheels locked in. Nice. Yeah, yeah, no, you're totally right, Blitz. I don't think I wasn't really going for the overtake, right? It's turn 1. I'm not like trying to make a daring move or anything. I just thought I could hold position reasonably well alongside TXT, and I couldn't. But the problem was then, so then I'm down in like 14th. We get around. Oh no, we don't. I think we do eventually get around Ashton, because I think I'm quicker than Ashton. Looked like he was going to turn in on me there, so I tried to give it a moment. Yeah, it was a tough race for you, Blitz. I was just saying, on the final lap, I got my 3-second time penalty, but to be honest, I didn't need to. I was just pushing, because obviously where you were, because we were right close to each other by the end, yeah? So where you were, with a 6-second penalty, it was not... Oh, by the way, am I streaming that to you twice? Sorry if the audio's echoing. Yeah, so you had like the 6-second penalty, right, Blitz? So I was like, well, I'm not really racing Blitz then. It's okay. I'll finish above Blitz, I think. But I made a couple of mistakes. My tires were getting really, really old and really, really squirrely. That allowed you both to catch up. And then on that last lap, I was making a push just to see whether I might have been able to overtake Brewdog, and that's what gave me the 3 seconds. But in all honesty, I don't think I could overtake Brewdog. I think once Brewdog got around me... look at this, by the way. Chaos in the opening couple of laps, to be honest. I had 0 at a time loss. No, 0 at a time, lost it 2 times and thought, just get it and push throughout. But like I said, you know, this is lap 2, and you can see on the mini-map, you know, clusters of cars are forming. I'm in this cluster, and this cluster is pretty far ahead. So I think, considering where I am right now, I think finishing 7th or whatever it was is pretty fucking reasonable. Yeah, the DRS trains are powerful. I was desperately hoping, because to be honest, right the way from about like, from like lap 20, or whenever Brewdog appeared on my timing board blitz, I was like, Brewdog's going to catch me by the end of this race. He's got better tyres than me. He seems to be faster than me around here anyway. I think Brewdog and I are like often relatively close on pace, but he seems to be better at Brazil than I am. So I thought Brewdog's going to catch me by the end of this race, but the one glimmer of hope that I had was you were in between me and Brewdog, right? And you had the time penalty, and I was just desperate for Brewdog to catch you before he caught me. You guys do a little bit of battling, and I think that would have, if you guys would have done a little bit of on-track fighting, that probably would have slowed him down enough that he wouldn't have been able to overtake me, because he overtook me on like lap 35 of 36, something like that. But in the end, it was my own mistakes. I was making mistakes. My tires were fucked, and I was making mistakes. And then when by the time Brewdog caught you, you had caught me, so it became irrelevant, and it became like a formality. You had a great race despite yourself. Thanks, not sure. So when's the VSC? Is it? It must be this. Yeah. So it's like here, right? It's this lap. I don't know what happened.
You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible.
Must have got around. How did I get around Beetle? Oh yeah. He almost bins it. Almost.
Understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible. Okay, slow down.
This was the VSC. Oh, because there's Squatter again off the track. Yeah, see you at the next one, Blitz. It was fun racing near to you for at least a few laps. So I think, in fact, look at this. If I hide my IRL camera, I think this this was the moment where
slow down. Your delta's
past Kelston. Just watch me here. Something twigged in my brain, and I was like, oh, yes, I could just throw the hards on for 30 laps, seeing as I'm in P13, and see what happens. Thinking about it. Box.
This lap, then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Didn't even enter the pits very well. My brain was just trying to think about every possibility. But I think in the end it worked out.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until we get the green flag.
I didn't get like some of the guys in front of me did it, and they got a better boost because VSC has ended just now, and I'm still leaving the pits. But it definitely saved me some time. I lost some time by the end. Can I drive with you? I'm also driver. Oh, I'm sorry, Martin. We do. I'm in a league, and I was racing in the league tonight, but the race has just finished. I'm not going to be live for very much longer. I'm not going to be racing for very much longer. Hards did work. Yeah, the hards were fine, weren't they? It was like, it was okay. Yeah, sorry, Martin. I don't mean to be a downer. I'm just watching back the live stream of the race so I can see if anything interesting happened. What league is it? It's called F1 Broke Boys. They are currently in season 12, I think, of the league, something like that. They have 6 tiers of 6 tiers of grids. I'm in tier 5, second to bottom, so I'm not one of the fastest guys around, that's for sure. But I don't tend to do much racing other than this, to be honest. I race on this thing with no assists on, and you know, I'm not the most competitive racer in the world, but I quite like the vibe at Broke Boys. But I think they, I think F1 Broke Boys have stopped sign-ups now for this season, as I think they're preparing for F1 25 next time. So, but you can look them up and check them out if you want. That's entirely up to you. But then I think basically nothing else happened, did it? The rest of the race was just me all the way down here in 14th, 15th. And I just overtook people when they were in the pits because the strategy worked. So what the thing is, Bo, you're saying the hards worked. I was aware before the race, my plan was to take the mediums 14 laps, which means I'm taking the hards 22 laps, right? So that was my plan, and I think that was the way to get optimal usage out of each tire. So 22 versus 30, it was like, you know what I mean? It's like right on the line. Please tell me you're reporting TXT. Well, I was just watching it, Daniel. We'll watch it again together because literally nothing much more exciting happened for the rest of the race. I don't know, man. I've got all the footage anyway. I've got all the footage, but I don't know if it's totally TXT's fault. Are you ready for F1 25? Honestly, Martin, I know that current appearances may deceive you to think otherwise, but I'm not like a big F1 guy. Until I joined Broke Boys, all I did was every now and again I would play through career mode by myself with cockpit cam and no heads-up display, and just go full immersion mode, let the AI handle all my car upgrades, and just fucking race. But I didn't even do it that much. It's like, it's maybe my most played racing game, and it's like my 30th most played game, or at least it was before I joined the league. So I don't know. I don't know how to be ready for F1 25. But I am enjoying my time at Broke Boys. I think it's full of cool people, and I get a lot of enjoyment out of racing with these guys. So in that sense, I'm kind of ready for it because, you know, I'm liking where I am. Anyway, Daniel, you still here? I'm gonna have a look at this with you because I think Blitz was saying in the chat like a racing incident, and I think I agree. I don't think TXT is obligated to do much different to what he did do. I got a great start, by the way. Great start. See you later, Mike P. Alongside Dr. Bryden. Nah, I can't watch it from another view, Bo, because I didn't save the replay, so we can't watch it from another view, unless Lemon had it on the commentary. I mean, I can have a look at that for you.
the quality results, Batman. I do. Still, and he lets the play. Maybe.
So we
Excuse
might.
me. 17 cards.
You can't really see what's happening there. I assume that you were talking about this anyway, Daniel. I assume you were talking about this. Were you talking about this? Or is there another incident I'm supposed to be aware of? I think it's just this. Blitz is locked up. Okay, let's have a look. So at this point, right, I'm on the brakes. Hang on. It's so hard to do this slowly. Please, YouTube. Okay. I'm on the brakes here. And I'm not if we're being honest, I'm not really alongside. Blitz is locking up there, you're right. But because Blitz is locking up, TXT does kind of have to take the line to avoid the Williams, right? TXT, here's the first thing. TXT is not on the brakes. How do you know that? That's it. Sorry, I don't mean that to sound accusatory, but how do you know that? We can't see whether... Surely TXT is braking. Because they jump ahead of you. They might brake slightly later than me. They might brake slightly later than me. They're on the outside line. I don't know, man. I think that's connection stuff and all kinds of things happening. But I just think at this point, like you say, Blitz is locked up. He's going to go straight on a little bit. TXT can't run into the back of the Williams. Does have to take this middle position here. Blitz is pretty close to him there. I don't think TXT has to give me any more room here than what he gives me. Yeah, I mean, I can submit it and let the stewards decide, but I don't think TXT has to give me any more room than what he gives me there. I think he's perfectly entitled to be in the middle of the track. My wheel clips his rear wheel. It's not like I don't think he's turned into me or anything, you know. I appreciate what you guys are saying. I'm just trying to be you know, realistic and fair about it. You watch the full thing at full speed. I think, like I said, I don't think it's my fault necessarily, but I don't think it's too much TXT's fault. Because I'm so far back, man. He's already... Nah, I don't know. He's already in the middle of the track, past the apex. Anyway. I can submit it. I can submit it and see what they say. To be fair, if I'm honest, I'd give no further action. I just wanted another position. No, yeah, I get it. I get it. So what happened with you? Where are you then, Daniel? I don't understand. Well, how did it affect you? Didn't you qualify higher? You're not behind me, are you, at this point? Or are you saying if I report TXT, then he will get a time penalty and drop down below you? Is that what we're saying? My main point is, what could you have done to avoid it? Nothing, in my opinion. Oh, I think I could have. Oh, okay. Well, I'll watch this back and tell you. Oh, I think I can just brake at the apex, Bo, which is not efficient. No racing driver wants to do that. I don't want to do that. I want to carry my speed through the corner. But there was a Haas there, and I believe that I should have braked slightly at the apex. Because I wasn't on the brakes. I wasn't accelerating, but I wasn't on the brakes there. And I think I maybe should have just give a little tap. That's what I think. If you break at the apex, you're dead. Not if you slam it a little bit. Everyone's going super slow. You know, it's lap 1. The cars are all bunched up together. No, I don't think so. I mean, like I say, I can submit it and see what the stewards say, but you know, I'm not saying I want to slam the brakes on at the apex, but I needed to just brake slightly and afford the Haas the room that, you know, according to track position, I think it deserved. I finished first, started second, got 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Ugh. Fucking hate those ones, man. I quite like that this league runs... by the way, Martin, I have a friend who plays with the line, and I play with the line on maybe like 2 tracks, just because otherwise I get lost. But it's like so nice when you finally learn to turn it off. I like that this league does the whole no pit assist thing, because it's like immersive and it's, you know, it's all right. You got to slow down yourself for the pit lane. But I almost just fucking wish that shit was automatic, to be honest with you. I think if I was to gain a position on somebody, gain a finishing position because they got a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, does anyone feel good about that? Look at the pick I put in racetrack. Okay. Fucking hell. Wait, how do I... You're gonna submit that? Wow. Who's on the fucking speedometer for that, Daniel? You know what I'm saying? You're probably right, just making sure. No, yeah, I get it, and I appreciate it. And I also think, because, like, I do some stewarding for Broke Boys now, right, on Tier 1. I'm one of the Tier 1 stewards. There's a group of us. We talk about things. And we talk about things and try to reach a decision, and there are different opinions, you know, because this stuff is not... You can't make this stuff an exact science, or else you sort of ruin it, you know what I mean? So you could have... what I'm saying is, I'm fully aware that what I'm presenting to you is my opinion. I'm not trying to say, like, no, let me tell you objectively, Mr. Bojangles, actually, this is the correct answer. You know, yeah, we don't know. But that's what I think. That's what I think about it. Yeah, that's awful, Daniel. Honestly, it's awful. I have been on the receiving end of a... Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know about that one. I've been on the receiving end of a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and I suppose the worst thing about it is you're going 51 miles an hour when you should be going 50. You get 10 seconds. Surely is that what happens IRL? Is that legitimately the thing, or do they just... Do the FIA just fucking knock on Ferrari's door and say, you now owe us £2.5 million? Like, how does that even go down? You know? In reality, that spin in a normal race would end your race, but because you go invisible for a few seconds, you're able to recover. Yeah, well, look, part of me wishes that ghosting was not on, because again, when I played this myself, I played it cockpit cam only, no heads-up display, no flashbacks, no like resetting the time, full immersion mode. Part of me wishes that ghosting was not on in the league, but it would just be too unwieldy, because then you get people disconnecting, you know, connection issues. You got 20 people to try and all connect to a server, and even though that should be easy for a billion-dollar company, it seems to go wrong often. You know, and just generally, you've got new racers. Sometimes they turn up for fucking one race and they don't know what the fuck they're doing, to be honest. And I'd rather that they just fly off the racetrack and ghost the fuck out of my way, you know? So, like, I get it. It's a bit swings and roundabouts, really. But, yeah, I sort of wish the ghosting wasn't on. But like you say, sometimes it works out. 90% of speeding in the pits rulings IRL 5 seconds. Could be a 10-second stop and go if it's a bad infraction. I see. I mean, it does make sense, doesn't it, that it's a stern penalty, because the thing is, though, this is the bit that grinds me about it. It makes sense that it's a stern penalty IRL because there's actual real living, breathing human beings in the pit lane that you might injure. So it is important that this stuff is taken seriously. On a video game, what are we doing really? You know, what are we doing really? I think I disagree on the ghosting. Oh, you think well, how do you disagree? Because I think my opinion was pretty balanced. So I'd like to know which bit you disagree with. I think my opinion was like, in a perfect world, I would want no ghosting, but given the circumstances, I accept it should probably be a part. I think since ghosting exists, people drive with that safety net. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly with that, and that's one of the reasons why I wish it would go. But my counter argument to you, and well, not to you, but to that train of thought, let's say, would just be that, you know, people in the league are giving up their Friday night to do a thing, admittedly, that they enjoy, but they want to be able to enjoy it. And if you've got a guy in front who's, you know, disconnecting from the server and the AI is taking over and the AI races the car really slow and they take all kinds of weird lines and they're probably just going to get in your way and silly stuff's going to happen. Like, then we have a problem, right? Then we have a problem that's nobody's fault. And if you hit that AI car and something bad happens, then we have a problem that's nobody's fault. That has like ruined someone's Friday evening just because we wanted the drama of no ghosting. It feels a little bit I'm a purist and I wish it would go, but I just think on balance I'm just about happy with it. That's what I think. But you don't have to agree. You can take the alternative view. I'm just presenting to you why I think that way. It's not because I think ghosting's great, and it's not because I think that removing the jeopardy of crashing into people makes things more exciting. I think it makes things less exciting. But and to be honest, no, you're right. A purist would prefer simulated. Wait, a purist that would prefer simulated pit entry. Well, I don't know about that. No, all I really mean with the pit lane stuff is, like I say, I'm glad that it really deep down, I'm glad that it is that way in this league, that you do have to slow down for the pit lane, because when I used to play the game single player, that was how I did it. There's an option you can do for pit assist, and if you turn the pit assist on, it will basically just slow your car down at the right amount as you approach the pits, all very automatic. I always played without pit assist, so I had to manually control my car going into the pits. And that's the way it works in this league. My only thing with the pit lane stuff, I'm happy with that. My only thing with it is, like, when you gain a position in an online race that you do once a week, and you gain a position because someone's sped a tiny little bit in the pit lane on a pretend racetrack in a virtual video game. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is, who feels good about that? I don't feel good about that. There's a part of me that wonders if that should be changed, but I think I do fall down just about on the side of I'd probably rather have it be manual. I'm saying if you have ghosting, I do pit assist on for the same reasons. You're okay with ghosting. Yeah, so, but like I've just explained to you, I think I am conflicted about both of these things. I'm not... I'm a purist, Bo. But I am also here's the thing. I'm a purist when it comes to the simulation level of racing in my racing video games. But I'm also a pragmatic and thoughtful human being. With, you know, just a pinch of empathy and understanding from time to time. And I do sometimes as I sit in my gaming chair and don my racing helmet for Friday night, and I look left and I look right and I nod to Mark, and he says radio check, and I say radio check. And I speak to the guy with the hairdryer, you know, whatever he's doing, blowing the car, doing the important, I'm sure it's important work. The guy on the iPad, fucking vital. You think we could fucking run a race without that guy? You must be shitting me. So I, you know, do all of that. And then I think, Kelston, just remember, there's other human beings out there in this wild and crazy existence that we call planet Earth. And I open the visor on my helmet and I smoke a cigarette. And I say, you're right, Kelston. Give these kids a break. And I put the cigarette out on the iPad, visor down, 5 red lights, away we go. You know what I'm saying? Hello, Matty. How did I do? I did okay, Matty. Because, well, let me show you. Let me show you turn 1, Matty. Sorry, I was just doing an Andor monologue because I'm getting ready for season 2. I'll show you what happened. This is what happened turn 1, Matty, and then I'll tell you where I finished. €2 million a year to hold a vacuum and an iPad. That's right. What a great fucking job. Hey, if they want to hire me, I'd fucking do it. This is what happened lap 1, Matty. So, little bit of argy-bargy. Lap 1, turn 1. Kelston down in 14th. Lots of traffic in front of him. Let's scooch ahead to, like, you know, lap, whatever this is. Lap 3, lap 4. YouTube, give me a break. Anyway, point is, Matty, look at this. YouTube's broken now. I was 14th and I finished 7th, I think. I decided to pit on lap 5, I think it was, 5 or 6, under the virtual safety car, and fit hard tyres through to the end of the race. By the end of the race, my tyres were completely screwed, and the car was squirreling all over the place. But the strategy decision was effective. I had clean air with fresh tyres, didn't lose too much time because it was a virtual safety car, and I ended up finishing P7. Despite, to be honest, not running the most consistent and best racing I've ever done. So I'm happy. I'm not over the moon, but I'm happy. Best of a bad situation. Look at this. Look at this quality. What the fuck is that? Would that even look good on... I mean, someone needs to replace the valves in the telly. You think we'll ever be watching football on a Saturday in Discord and Man U decides to make a substitution in the 77th minute and the camera pans over to the sideline and... and fucking Borky. Oh my god. And fucking Borky is holding the dumb light up sign with the player's number. I think... oh, that's a great one. I think it wouldn't be the Premier League, would it? It would have, I think, based... I don't really know too much about his new job, but I think based on the positioning of it, I think it would be an international match. You know? Thomas Tuchel would tap Borky on the arm. And say, is anyone good at a German accent? He would say, do you ever do this thing when you have to do an accent? You have to like say a few words. Sort of get in the swing of it. Voisten on the Pappenjagen. He would say, yeah, number 12 is off for number 14. And then he would tap Borky on the shoulder. And Borky, in a bright yellow shirt and black shorts, says FA, Football Association, across it. He would look down at the grass. He would take a deep breath. And he would set the board. This one's for you, mate. Hey, Thomas. Hey, Thomas. This one's for you, mate. Nine. I said number 12. Shit. Nations League under 16s. Sunday League with a whiteboard. All right. That's quite enough of that. Everybody, thanks very much for chilling out. Good race in the end. Really bad start. Really rough one. Recovery worked. Happy enough with that. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes is back on Sunday, and last time, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, we were very stuck. But I think I know why. I think I've worked it out. So we should have immediate progress on Sunday night for Cerebral Sunday when we go back to a fantastic video game. All being well, XCOM should be back on Tuesday, I promise. I'm sorry that it wasn't there this week, but all being well, it should be. Commentary for Broke Boys on Wednesday. Racing again for Broke Boys, I believe, on Friday. Let me just double check that for you, because I can also tell you where we will be racing, if it is at all of interest to you. On the 4th of April, we will be in Austin, which is very exciting, actually, because I like that track a lot. And last time, I had to miss that track in the calendar, and I think I can be really fucking fast there. So we'll look out for that one. Love you all a lot. You know the deal. Be unspeakably, unreasonably, unfathomably, unthinkably kind to each other. I'll see you really soon.